Hi students, welcome to another class. In the last class, what we have discussed, we studied about the adaptation of different types of plants in different climatic conditions or different conditions where they live. And today we are going to study about the protection developed by plants to survive in certain conditions. Protection. Some plants develop certain ways of protection to survive in certain conditions. You know rose plant. What is the specialty of rose plant? They have thorns. In their stem, they have thorns. These thorns helps the plant from eating by animals or prevent eating by animals. Some plants produce thorns, prickles or spines. Some certain plants have thorns, prickles or spines. These thorns, prickles or spines prevent animals from eating the fruit, stem and leaves of certain plants. And for example, rose plant. Another example is prickles. Jackfruit has prickles on the outer covering. Jackfruit has prickles on its outer covering. You know jackfruit, it has prickles on it, numerous prickles. This prickles prevents animals away from eating this fruit. Next one is, some plants have hard protective covering or bark over its stem and branches. Some plants have hard protective covering. Trees have hard protective covering called bark. What is that hard protective covering? Bark. So animals cannot eat this due to this hard protective covering. And certain plants heal the wounds or repair the damaged parts by themselves. They can repair the damaged parts by themselves. This is another adaptation of plants. Plants develop or repair their damaged parts. Then another adaptation is that some plants produce poison. Some plants produce poison in their fruit or in their leaves. For example, upas. Upas is a tree and it is a poisonous plant. This prevents or this helps the plant to prevent eating by animals. This upas plant, in Malayalam it is called as ummam. You have heard about ummam, and animals will not come and eat this plant because it contains poison. It is a poisonous plant, upas. Then another plant, you know that pitcher plant, then Venus flytrap. What is the speciality of these plants, pitcher plant and Venus flytrap? They are insect-eating plants, pitcher plant and Venus flytrap. They are which type of plants? Insect-eating plants. They have special organs to catch insects. This pitcher plant and Venus flytrap has special organs to catch insects. These are some of the adaptations developed by plants for protection. Some plants have thorns, prickles or spines For example, jackfruit has prickles on it, then rose plant has thorns on it. This prevents animals from eating them. Then some plants have hard protective covering called bark, and so animals cannot eat their stem. And some plants develop a certain mechanism to heal their wounds or damaged parts. Then some plants produce poison in their body. Plant contains poison in their body, and one example is ubas. Ubas is a poisonous plant, so animals will not come and eat this plant. Another adaptation is that some plants have certain special organs to catch insects. Pitcher plant has an organ called pitcher, modified part, modified leaf. Leaf is modified to form a bag-like structure called a pitcher. In this pitcher, using this pitcher, they catch insects. And Venus flytrap, another insect-eating plant, and they have also a specialized organ to catch insect. That's about protection. Next is seed dispersal. Seed dispersal. Have you noticed that after a rain or during summer season, certain new plant starts growing in our garden? New plant that we have seen never or yet. New plants grow in our garden. What's the reason? Where do these plants come from? Maybe their seeds fly through air, and the parent plant may be somewhere else, and the seeds of this plant will fly through air and reach our garden, and they grows in our garden. That's a mechanism developed by plants to spread them. We know we can see plants all over the world. Why these plants grow far away from each other? The seeds of the plants spread to far away places and grow there. Thus plants grow all over the world. Their seeds spread. How the seeds spread? Either the seed spreads through air or through water or eating by animal. Have you noticed the birds eating some fruits and discharge its waste at somewhere, and new plants will grow from their waste, and the seeds will not get harm. Then some seeds are dispersed by animals. Have you seen this squirrel, then bat eating this mango or jackfruit? Have you noticed? They are then throwing away the seeds. The seeds will spread. Another example is that, have you noticed this type of seeds with hairs on its body? Parachute like hairs in its body. This type of seeds. In Malayalam, this is called as Appupandadi. How it will spread? It will fly through air and spread all over. And this is the mechanism of or the plants produce seeds and or spores, and these spores or seeds spread by different ways. What are the ways by which seeds spread? Either by eating by birds, then or by animals, or by blowing through wind, or by water, or the seeds can spread also through water. This method of spreading of seeds through different ways is called seed dispersal. Seed dispersal. So what is meant by seed dispersal? The spreading of seeds. The spreading of seeds by different methods. What are the different methods? With the help of birds, or with the help of animals, or wind, or through water. This spreading of seeds by different ways is known as seed dispersal. The spreading of seeds by different methods is known as seed dispersal. We can let us learn about the different types of spreading of seeds. The first one is blowing by wind. Blowing through wind. With the help of wind, the seeds disperse. Blowing by or through wind. For example, sycamore seed. Sycamore seed. It is a winged seed. Seed has wings. Sycamore seed. This seed has wings on its side. This is the seed and it has wings. And these seeds fly through air. Using these wings, the seed flies through air and settles somewhere and starts to grow there. Then another is this one, the seeds with the tiny hairs, and this seed flies through air like a parachute. And one example is dandelion. Dandelion. This is a seed which flies through air like parachute like mechanism and settles there and grow there. Next is bursting or exploding. Bursting or exploding. For example, pea seeds, then balsam, balsam plant. Their seeds burst and explode its seeds. Their fruit, their capsule, this pea seed has a capsule and it bursts and seeds are thrown outwards. Then another example is pine tree. Pine tree bursts and opens to reveal its winged seeds. Pine cone bursts and open then to reveal its winged seeds, and winged seeds fly through air. Next one is with the seeds spread with the help of animals. With the help of animals. How the seeds spread with the help of animals? For example, jackfruit, cherry, chilli. Birds will eat or animals will eat and they discharge their waste, and the seeds pass through their waste and it is unharmed. The seeds will not harm and they germinate somewhere else. And another seed, for example, another plant called thistle plant. Thistle plant. Another name of a plant is called thistle, and the speciality of seed, it has prickles on its body. The seed contains prickles on its body or spines. And the seed contains this thistle plant has special seed and it has hooks on its seed, and this seed is attached to the body of animals with a furry coat or animals with hairs. This seed is attached to the body of animals with the hairs, and when these animals go to faraway places, the seeds are discharged there and starts to grow there. The seeds dispersed with the help of animals. First one, certain birds and animals eat the fruits and the seeds are passed through their waste and discharge somewhere else and starts growing there. Another example is thistle plant. The seeds of the thistle plant has hooks on its body, and this seed is attached to the furry coat of animals or animals with hairs. And when this animal goes to faraway places, the seeds falls there and starts growing. Next method of spreading is through water. Spreading through water or spreading by water. The best example of the seed which spreads through water is coconut. What is the speciality of coconut seed or coconut fruit? The coconut fruit has or seed has thick covering or thick coat of fiber. Thick coat of fiber called husk. And this thick coat of fiber has air spaces inside it. You know the covering of coconut seed, and it can hold a lot of air, and this seed or fruit will float in water. When it falls in water, it will float in water, and when this water is carried to faraway places, this seed is also carried and settle somewhere and grow there. Thus we discussed about the seed dispersal, and the last point is that spreading of spores. Spreading of spores. What are spores? Do you know what are spores? Spores are one-celled reproductive structure of lower plants. Have you noticed lower plants which do not produce flowers are called lower plants. For example, mushroom and certain other plants, they will not produce flowers, and so they didn't have seeds. Such plants produce spores to reproduction. So what are spores? One-celled reproductive structure. One-celled reproductive structure developed by, produced by lower plants, small plants, lower plants. One-celled reproductive structure of lower plants is called spores. Example, puffball fungus, mushroom, algae. These lower plants produce spores, and these spores fly in air or in discharge into water, and these spores are spread and settle somewhere and grow there. Thus the spores are spread and they are germinated and starts growing there. Okay. So what is meant by seed dispersal? The spreading of seeds by different methods is known as seed dispersal. It is by different methods like blowing in wind, then bursting or exploding, then with the help of animal seeds are dispersed, then carried by water, and lower plants produce spores for their spreading of plants. These spores are produced and they fly in air and germinate somewhere else. Okay, thus we concluded our chapter. We can see in next class. Thank you, children.